Hey everyone, and welcome to the Thrifty Nest. In this video, you're going to see me transform my small space into a multifunctional and organized baby-friendly space. I have a 7-month-old crawling around and homeschooling on the horizon. So I need a space that's safe, clutter-free, and multifunctional. And in a small townhouse that can feel cramped, so I'm trying to maximize every inch to make it work for a family. Quick note on this closet: this is our messy yet organized closet. It looks messy to the outsider, but everything is in its place, and so it's easy to organize when it inevitably gets a little disorganized again. You know, everybody tries their best to put things back, but sometimes they just put things whatever open space they can find if they're in a rush. That closet is where our board games lived, our 2 trolley of arts and crafts that you couldn't see there, sorted toys, bulky cleaning machines, stuff like that, and then of course our water heater. After getting everything up off the floor, I like to take one spot, a table, a bookcase, a messy corner, and completely clean that. Then I like to move on to the next section. Sometimes I'll clean something else in between if the moment calls for it, but I do tend to focus on one area until it's finished. So let's get into this speed clean video. And how do you clean? I like to start with the floor and completely get everything up. Not only am I not tripping over everything as I'm cleaning, but then it opens the room pretty quick and gives me that quick sense of accomplishment so that I'm ready to clean the rest of the house. The items that you see to the right of that white basket are items that all have their place. I just put them there, in the meanwhile, while I sort everything else out. And then they'll go in their place. You won't see me do that, but that's when they disappear. And I'm fixing the baby's basket, putting in the diapers, the wipes, everything. Like I said, this is a multifunctional space. I also put her toys on the lower shelf because she does like to crawl around, and I wanted to open the space to allow her to do that and go ahead and reach all in that bottom space if she wants. Everything there is safe. She can't reach that second shelf, so that's why all those papers are there. So I don't need to worry about that second shelf from the top for a few months yet. So let's talk about this bookcase for a minute before we get into what the main goal of this particular clean is about. This bookcase is, if it's messy, it's pretty noticeable. And the bookcase, as I said, doubles as a bookcase and a toy and baby item storage. So every once in a while, I really have to straighten it up. I don't expect my family to be as anal as I am when putting the books back perfectly. So every once in a while, I have to get this straightened out again. I also created a spot on the bookshelf for activity books and engaging books, puzzle books, that kind of thing, because my daughter really likes that. And when I'm putting my baby to sleep, it's good to tell her, hey, here are the books that you can use to occupy your time. So the goal of this clean was, first, I wanted a lot more space for baby to crawl safely, and this is a pretty narrow townhouse, so I needed to figure out how I could do that, and I need to have a clear space to organize it. Fortunately, most of that work was pretty easy because almost everything had its place. Thank you, Mary Kondo, whose advice I haven't read in years, but it has stuck with me ever since I read her book, and I took what worked for me. Not I didn't apply that right away, but I sure as heck am applying it more and more as the years go by and my family grows. The key to making more space for my baby to crawl and play and to just make it more of an open space is going to be to move that dining table, which you will see later in the video. Question: does anyone get really messy as they clean? Do you pull everything out of the place they shouldn't be so that you can put them where they should go? So basically everything becomes more of a mess while you're cleaning. So now I have started moving the table The table placement was key here. Once I moved that baby flush against the wall, it opened up significant floor space, and I figure once we have dinner guests, we could just pull it out again. I also moved that corner shelf, which isn't supposed to come down here in the living room. It goes in our daughter's room, but we're in the process of making that over. I thought it would look strange to have so much furniture against that wall, but I don't mind it so much, and I'm thinking of offsetting it with some shelves against that see-through area to give it that more perpendicular look in that corner. So now it's time to clean this see-through area. I basically removed everything that was superfluous here and put it where it's supposed to go. I also got a vase and filled it with some greens, and that's gonna make it look nice. Over here, we're back at the table. What you're looking at here is a trifold, and this is our calendar, and it also has a reading list. It has day-to-day activities, and this is something I'm going to make a video about at a later date. If I have a calendar, it helps me stay organized and our day organized and our girls organized, and it helps me better educate them throughout the year, especially for our homeschooling. Now we're applying our finishing touches. Vacuuming carpets, throwing out garbage. At the bottom of the stairwell there's a lot of laundry that accumulates, and I go ahead and take that all the way up to our laundry area. I've thought about putting a basket down here so all the laundry could go in that basket. It hasn't worked, but I'll keep trying. So now basically the most important parts of this clean is everything has its place. We opened up a lot of room for our daughter to play in. Now I do care about aesthetics, so at some point I am going to go through my place and start trying to make it also look pretty as well as functional. Right now it's just okay, but I love the clear space. And in the near future, I'll show how I clear even more space just temporarily so she can crawl around, get up how she likes. And this is how it turned out. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please like and subscribe for more. Take care.